Hey guys, it's Adam from Moya here, and this is the first actual, I guess you could call it first actual tutorial. Technically it's a second though, but details. In this tutorial we're gonna do the, of course, obvious beginning hello world script. But since most of you come from backgrounds that already know programming, we're gonna actually take it to the next level. And don't worry, those of you who don't know anything, you'll be able to pick up on this pretty fast. It's still a basic script. The main point of this is for new people to introduce them into scripting, and for people who already know stuff, you're going to be introduced into the new well, I don't want to say new because they're not new, but the features that are available in Unity that you don't find in normal other programs. Sorry about my burping, I just drank some Mountain Dew. Anyway, so my project folder, I created a new brand new project for this. Random's just some crap we don't need. Standard assets I imported when I made the scene. They come with the option to have them in there with whenever you make a new project. For those of you who don't have a project now, go ahead and make one by going File, New Project, and here's where you import all the stuff. I imported every single one of these. We might not need them. We might later. I don't know. And then I right-clicked on here and hit Create New Folder, and I just named it to Scripts, so I can have everything organized. So go ahead and do that, pause the video, whatever you want. I'm going to start scripting. Right click on here and hit Create JavaScript. Rename this. I'm going to call this Example 1, you can call it whatever you want. Let's go ahead and open it. Now, first thing you see is you have the function update. The update function is called every single time the frame is refreshed. So it's called on average 60 to 70 times a second. If you have a lot of code running though, it will skip some scenes. No, it doesn't do it every time. It depends. But pretty much just know it gets called constantly. For what we're going to do, we do not want this though. We're going to type in capital O GUI. For those of you who've never scripted before, know that scripting, especially JavaScript, is case sensitive. You have to type everything. If you have something wrong, it's probably due to capitalization. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to explain more what's going on here when we're done. For now, just copy and then we'll go through. For the top, we're going to go to variable and we're going to go text :string equals in parentheses hello world. There. Alright, so what this is I'm declaring a variable. A variable is just something that holds information. There's a ton of variables. I'm going to go over them more in a little bit. And yeah, the next thing I'm doing is I'm declaring a name. This can be whatever we want. But remember, it is case sensitive, so whatever I type in here, I have to be able to use that later. Now the only rules about this is it cannot have any symbols in it. It can only be letters, numbers, and I think you can have these in there. But I'm not sure, I never used them. I just stick to letters and numbers, it's easier. Alright, the next thing I'm doing is I'm putting a colon and then I'm declaring it as a string. If you just leave it like this, it will work. But by declaring it as a string, it allows me to edit it from the inspector, which I'll show you here in a minute. But a string is a type of variable. It's a string of words. It's a bunch of characters put together as a word. It's words. Just know that. There's also int, capital I, lowercase nt for integers. So that's real numbers, all real numbers that are whole. And then there's float with the lowercase f. Actually, I do believe int is lowercase too. Yeah, int is lowercase. Float, which is all real numbers, including decimals. Boolean, which is a true or false variable. Stuff like that. We're using string though. Next thing I'm doing is I'm setting it equal to some set text. So obviously, we have the hello world. That's our string, and all strings have to be put side quotes. And the semicolon just ends it, saying, "I'm done with this line. Moving on." If you don't have it, you'll get some error codes. Alright, now we go on to the onGUI function. Here we're going to type again and then wait for a response. GUI dot label rectangle screen. We're just going to go 50, 50, 200, 20, comma, text. Alright, so here's what's going on here. The GUI is called, the first thing you typed here was called a class. That class just means that it's a set of functions. We're going to get in a second here about what functions are, but I'm going to do that after we get this part working. So I'm accessing the GUI class saying, hey, I want to use something from this. The next thing is label. Label is a built-in function into Unity. It will make an invisible rectangle on the screen and put whatever you put, or it won't put whatever, it'll display what you put into it. So for now we're putting in our text hello world. So it's going to output, it's going to make a rectangle on the screen that you can't see, but you're going to be able to see the words hello world. The next thing is I'm declaring a rectangle. It's where do I want this to be in the screen? So a rectangle is our built-in function in Unity, and I'm making a rectangle with 50 pixels from the top. So alright, well I'm going to zoom in here real quick. On your screen, this is 0, 0. And by going X, you want to go over X degrees, you're going over on this axis, and Y is down like this. So right 50-50 is going to be somewhere in this range. Actually, it's probably going to be more really close up here because it's by pixels, but for emphasis, we're going to go down here. So it's, and then the next thing I'm doing is width and height. So it's going to probably look something like this. But the text is not that long, so it's probably going to look like this. I'm guessing the text is going to come out right about here. But, yeah. Alright, now I'm going to explain here what a function is real quick. A function is a set step of instructions saying, hold up, sorry, checking the time. Alright, a function is a set step of instructions saying, this is what I want this script to do. It pretty much says when these steps are activated, we're going to do this, this, and this. So so we have to declare it as a function with the lowercase f. That's what the first part is. The next part is what is the function called. We can call functions whatever we want, and we can access them whenever we want. But there are built-in functions in Unity like onGUI, which deals with all the graphic stuff. So every time you want to draw something in the screen, you use the onGUI function. It's like the update function. It's called every single frame, but it can be used like an update function, but it's really only used for GUI stuff. Update was another one that's built into Unity. I've already explained what it does, but that's just a built-in function in Unity. There's a bunch of built-in functions in Unity. You can, I'm going to give you, in this video, I'm going to link up the Unity scripting reference. They have all the functions, everything you can possibly do listed there. Take a look at it. For those of you who already know a lot about JavaScript and stuff, you're going to love that. You don't even need to watch me anymore. You can just learn from that. Other people, it will just help you in general. And I'm going to give a couple other links too about what places where you can go for help if you need some. So the next thing here is the parentheses. For now, we're not going to do anything with those. So I'm not going to really explain what they do for this script tutorial. But just know that after you declare a function, you have to have an opening parenthesis and a closing parenthesis. After that is the brackets. The brackets are the containers, saying, hey, the function starts right here, and it ends where the closing bracket is. So you always need an opening bracket here and a closing bracket anywhere to close it. And all the steps have to be inside of it. So that's what the function is. It's a set step of instructions that we're accessing. So if I save this now and I hit play, see, I'm already doing bad. I forgot to do this. We have to go to the hierarchy, click on the camera, grab here, and drag and drop. The script is now attached to the main camera, and hit play. Hello world. So now I'm going to explain to you what I meant when you can edit the variable from the inspector. If I go here, you can see the hello world. I can select this string and I can edit it to say whatever I want. If I hit play, you can see it types it out there. And the thing is, we set it to a certain width. So if I manage to go off of that width, which I really can't right now for some reason. There. Yeah, you can see it stops at ZXV or something, and I think that's like right down here. It's much, much longer than that, as you can tell. It stopped it because it went past the width of the invisible rectangle. So that is our basic script right now. It's the hello world script. I have enough time to do this. And so now we're gonna do another kind of thing on the screen. We're gonna go if GUI.button rectangle 50 comma 70, and we're gonna make it actually 80 220 comma change text equals text 2. Or no, we're just gonna text equals. Actually, guys, we're gonna do this a whole new way. We're gonna make another variable called text2 colon string equals I'm Adam var set text colon string equal. Alright, or actually we're just gonna colon string and right there. Alright, so now we have here, we have 3 variables that are all strings. One is hello world, one is I'm Adam. We're gonna change this to this. Right now, that means nothing will be displayed in the screen other than this button. Alright, now I'll explain the button here real quick. We're using an if statement. So by saying if GUI.button, which is used the same way as GUI.label, we're saying if the person clicks this button, if they use the button, which is, all this is set the same as label, so I'm not going to go over it again. But if they use this button, then we're going to do the next set of instructions inside these brackets, which is turning the, which we're going to change this to set text, which is saying, hey, I want the set text to equal text2. Save. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in, and this is saying, alright, when they click this button, set text is going to equal that, so it's going to change this word from hello world, whoops, I do not want that to happen yet. It's going to say, change hello world into I'm Adam. Now, we have to do one more thing before we can get that to work. We have to go function start. This is another built-in function in Unity. It's the starting function, meaning it's called when you first start the scene, or the game, in this matter. So it does itself before it does anything else. So I'm going to say, alright, when I start the game, I want set text to equal text. So when the game starts, we're going to make this word here equal to hello world. So now if I hit play, hello world, change, I'm Adam. Now depending on how much time we have here, I have enough time, I'm going to go ahead and do one more thing. It's going to be kind of fun. We're going to say another if statement. If set text equals text. So in other words, if this right here, if the set text, which is at the beginning, it's the hello world, if it equals text, so if it is this for sure, then we're going to do this statement. Now notice when I set if it's equal to, you have to do 2 equal signs. That's an argument saying, hey, are these equal to each other? If you set 1, it's saying I want this to equal that. So we're going to, if it's this, then make it equal to text2. And then we're going to say else, so if it does not equal text, we're going to set text, oops, we're going to set text equal to the first text. By doing this, we're saying, alright, when I click this button, we're going to check. If the set text is set to hello world, I'm going to make it say I'm Adam. But if it doesn't say hello world, that means it says I'm Adam, and I'm going to make it say hello world. And now we're going to save this and hit play. Hello world, I'm Adam. Hello world, I'm Adam. Woohoo! Your first script in Unity, yay! And that's just an introduction to the GUI functions and a little bit of difference between JavaScript and Unity script for those of you who know JavaScript. And I'm gonna do a lot more tutorials about GUI and stuff. The next one's gonna be about GUI too. Soon enough, once I get you guys introduced to pretty much all the basics, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the characters and stuff, and like being able to actually do stuff in game. I'm out of time though, guys. I'm sorry. See you in the next tutorial. This is Adam signing off. Peace.